Some of the healthiest foods on the planet come from the ocean. They're called ocean vegetables, and they can help you with weight loss by reducing fat absorption by like 75%. Nutritionist Holly Thompson's here today, and she's going to tell us some more about these sea vegetables and why we should be eating them. Right, Holly?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm new to some of this stuff. I mean, there's one over here I sort of recognize, but you know, you're going to have to give us a primer first of all.
Well, here's the thing.
What are we talking about?
Right, ocean vegetables, seaweed, call it whatever you like. It's all the same. And we're going to show you some different ways to incorporate it into your diet and why it's so important. This is really like the superfood of superfoods, Melanie. It is they're loaded with minerals, with vitamins that you're not going to find elsewhere. It's also a great source of iodine. We've been hearing a lot about iodine lately with the fallout, the nuclear fallout in Japan. And luckily, the Japanese already have incorporated a great deal of seaweed into their diet, so their iodine levels are very high. In the U.S., our iodine levels are most often deficient. So it's something really great to know about. I'm going to take you through a few of my veggies.
Let's start with nori. Is it nori?
Nori.
Because
okay.
nori is the protein source, right?
Right. Nori is high in protein. This is how you would find it. You commonly know this as the sushi wrapper. Okay, so everyone's tried this most likely if you've had sushi. And what we've done today is I've made some nori chips. And basically these are toasted, that we spread them with some sesame oil, some Celtic sea salt, and then we roast them for 10 minutes. Recipes on my blog, and they're really...
Can I try one?
Absolutely. They're yummy.
Is this like a potato chip or something?
It's a chip. It's a salty...
Is it salty?
It's a salty, savory...
Sort of melts
in your mouth, high in protein, a great source of omega-3 fatty acids.
It's
also.
actually tasty.
It's tasty.
I could get into that.
My son loves these.
Really?
Yeah, it's strange.
And you made those?
I made these. Yeah, I made those. Yeah, they're very easy. I mean, very easy to do. Another one we want to talk about today is called wakame. This is wakame. This is what it looks like when you buy it in a package, and it's dried. And what you'll do is hydrate it first. So you let it soak in water. With the wakame, you can also boil it. I boiled it for a quick 5 minutes. And then I mixed it in with a cucumber salad with a little bit of brown rice, some mirin, which is a sweet Japanese vinegar, a little bit of sesame seed and seaweed blend on top, just sprinkle it for a little bit of punch, and a little bit of toasted sesame seed oil. Wakame is great for
Why should
calcium.
We be eating that?
Yes, okay. Wakame is a great source of absorbable calcium. So it not only has calcium in it, but it has magnesium, which enables your body to absorb that calcium. So that's much needed for any early onset signs of osteoporosis.
So many women need a little extra for their bones, and this would be a great source.
Yes. This is also, if you can cut this into little tiny strips, that's what they use to make the seaweed salad that you might see at a sushi restaurant. When you get a little bright green seaweed salad, that's wakame.
So now, how does that taste more like a spinach or something like that?
No, it doesn't taste like a spinach. It's a little bit sea tasting. But it's pretty mild. It's considered a mild seaweed.
Now, do we have to worry about anything in the sea water, like mercury levels or anything like when we're talking about eating seaweed?
That's a big good question. But most of these, they are certified organic. They're grown by reputable brands that are cleaning them, so that we certainly hope that it's not, the supply has not been tainted in that direction. Next, we have a seaweed called kombu. Kombu is something that is in every Japanese household. This is what it looks like dry. And if you look at I made a brown rice with black beans, and that's a piece of kombu that was actually in the water when we cooked the beans and the brown rice. Kombu is used in Japanese households as a tenderizer, and it enables us to digest the beans. So beans are often
hard to digest,
and kombu tenderizes. Kombu is also a great source of iodine. It's one of the vegetables that's highest in iodine. So I use kombu, and I recommend it for adding to any soup that you make, any stew, a stir fry, and you just toss a little piece in there the way I have, and it really gives a nice richness and not a seaweed taste. It gives a richness.
I have to ask you about when you're cooking beans, sometimes they take forever to tenderize. If you put the kombu in there, does that hasten the time of cooking?
It does. It's a great trick, and it does not taste like seaweed. It just gives it a wonderful richness. There's a brand called Eden Brand canned beans, and it's actually one of the few cans I would recommend because it's not a non-toxic can. They use kombu. If you look at kombu, if you look at the ingredients, it has kombu in all of their beans to tenderize. tenderize them, and they're delicious. It's an organic brand.
Wow, who would know? Okay,
yeah.
well, that looks delicious too. And you've got another dish over here you also made. It looks like a pasta dish?
It does. This is arame. Arame is a wonderful source of potassium. So for the summer, our minerals are so important in the high heat. If we're exercising, potassium helps to alleviate muscle cramps. So the arame, it looks like this. I mean, it's so, looks like little strings. It's probably my favorite sea vegetable. It's very sweet. I love the taste of it. And what I did was I added it into your basic summer pasta sauce. Fresh tomatoes, fresh mushrooms, a little bit of garlic, onion, whatever you like. Tossed it with a quinoa pasta, and I worked in some wakame, just threw it right into the sauce. You really don't see it. It just adds a little mild sweetness.
Wow, so this actually softens when you put it into your recipe.
Yes.
You're not using this as a topping. You're just showing us what it looks like raw.
Yeah. It's just but okay. You can see a little bit of the strands inside in the pasta.
So now, all of these things are available at our grocery stores?
They are. In the Japanese section, you'll often see, and you probably walk right by them as but they're all hanging on the wall in little packages. They are organic. They are all the different varieties of sea vegetables. Some of them do have recipes on the back, but some some initial easy ways to begin incorporating them might be like this. This is a product called gomasio. Gomasio is toasted sesame seeds with a sea salt and some sea vegetables in it. So you can use it to sprinkle on a salad. It's a great way to, baby step towards getting those sea vegetables into your diet.
So you wouldn't have to know any recipes if you got that.
You don't have to know a thing.
That's more like just a salt shaker or something, and you just throw it on your whatever you're
It's
eating.
a condiment. It's yummy. It's called gomasio, and it's a good way to get some sea vegetables in. Then there's these are little shakers of different kinds of seaweed. These are terrific too. These are good for salt substitutes. This is kelp. These are kelp granules. This is from dulse and sea lettuce. Dulse is all of these actually are great substitutes for salt. So it's a good way to beat the bloat for the summer season without having to use too much salt. You can put on a little bit of sea vegetables and try it out.
Some great ideas, Holly. So we can lose weight using these sea vegetables.
Lose weight.
And we can get our minerals and our iodine and all those other things we need to.
Right.
Good to know. Thanks so much for coming in today and showing us something new. All right, when we come back, well, the Phillips Collection has some new exhibitions you definitely don't want to miss this summer. We're going to show you a bit more about that, and you can always follow us on Twitter. Let's Talk Live DC. We'll be right back.
TVD.com, the online home of News Channel 8.